Dior Homme is a male eau de toilette offering from the House of Christian Dior. The perfumer behind this fragrance is François Demarche. It was released in the year 2005 and has gone through minor reformulations, last of which was in 2011. It is categorized as a woody floral musk and comes in two main sizes, 50 milliliters and 100 milliliters. The 50 milliliters runs for around $70 and the 100 milliliters runs for around $100. Today we will be reviewing Dior Homme 2011. With that being said, let's take a look at the bottle and presentation. It is a gorgeous bottle. Really does take on the persona of the fragrance. It is very classy and really goes with the theme of elegance in simplicity. Clear glass, very straight, basic geometric lines. You have Dior Homme written the base of the front. You have a black stem pop the top right there. You have a silver ring with Dior Homme written twice around the ring. Has a very good sprayer, which either sprays a wide mist or squirts juice, depending on how you would like to use it. Okay, let's get a note breakdown of the accords that are in Dior Homme. The notes in Dior Homme from top to base are lavender, sage, bergamot, iris, amber, cacao, vetiver, patchouli, and leather. Alright, a note breakdown is fine and dandy, but what does Dior Homme smell like? Dior Homme smells like iris and cocoa. That's what it smells like. Upon further investigation, and if you pay very close attention to the details of this fragrance, you will pick up lavender, you would pick up sage, you would pick up some leather in it, and you would pick up some vetiver. This scent has good development. It's not one of those that starts out as something and ends up as something completely different. However, it is not linear. Upon first application, you get a huge blast of iris and you feel the leather in the fragrance. A lot of people refer to this as a makeup or lipstick vibe, a lipstick accord. I tend to disagree. It just smells like iris and leather. You feel the cocoa, it's in the background at the top of it. When it comes to the heart, the iris starts to die down a little bit. It does not die, it is still the major player. It's just toned down and the cocoa starts to rise. Then you start to feel more of the lavender, which was subdued at the top of the fragrance. At about the 4-hour mark, you really start to get to the base of this fragrance, and the cocoa really becomes a major player and goes toe to toe with the iris. Here, you officially get an iris cocoa fragrance with a little bit of woods to give it depth and flavor. Now, let's go into my personal notes for this fragrance. The way I would describe this fragrance is it is one for the elegant man. It is very graceful and comes off very elegant in its execution. I do not see a very rough or brute or uncoordinated, clumsy person pulling this off. It comes off as very, very sophisticated and very elegant. It also comes off as romantic and sweet. When I say sweet, I don't mean sweet in terms of being candied or sugary or honeyed. I mean sweet in terms of a person who is gentle and who is kind and thoughtful. This is a very romantic fragrance, the most romantic fragrance in my collection. This is what I would define as a lady killer, but not in the predatory, voracious, sexual type of way. It is very romantic and sweet. It is grown up and mature. However, it's not grown up and mature in an old man type of way, but I believe that someone who would pull off this fragrance should have a mature and grown up outlook on life. Any age can pull it off as long as you have a grown up and mature outlook on life. It is very unique, especially in the men's line of fragrances. This is definitely unique and definitely stands out. If you want to stand out from the crowd, if you want to be different, this is definitely one that you should take a look at. It is also very versatile. The combination of it being unique and being versatile equals a signature scent worthy fragrance. People will remember this smell on you because it's not the usual, and also you can use it for a variety of functions and uses. There's a huge debate with this fragrance, and it is the central theme of this fragrance. Is this unisex or is it feminine? To people like me who are accustomed to wearing fragrances that you would categorize as metrosexual or women can pull off, I would say it's unisex. A man could comfortably pull this off, regardless of the type of man you are. If you're a very, very manly man, this will soften up your persona and women would like you. If you're a more feminine type of man, this will go along with your personality. However, to some, this is feminine, period. I would not disagree with them. The truth of the matter is that if you can wear Dior Homme, you can wear perfume. That is the truth. Now, age range with this fragrance. Any age can wear this fragrance. From as young as 14 to as old as a really old man. It just depends on your persona. Can you pull off a fragrance that some would consider to be perfumey? If you can, regardless of your age, you can wear this fragrance. Seasons for this fragrance. This is an all-season fragrance. I must reiterate again, this is signature scent worthy. It can be worn all year round. Performs best in spring. However, it works in the summer, it works in the winter, and it also works in the fall. Occasions and uses for this. There's almost no occasion that you can't wear this. The only two occasions I would say that you can definitely find better alternatives would be in a sporty or a high perspiration heat type of environment, or at a huge club where there's a lot of people, you'll be sweating a lot, there are a lot of other powerful scents going on. This may not function very well in that category. Now, I like to compare my fragrances to characters. So let's see who this fragrance reminds me of, or what character I can see having this as their signature scent. When one thinks of Dior Homme, the character that comes immediately to mind is one like Vega from Street Fighter. An elegant man, infatuated with his good looks, long golden hair braided, his gorgeous face protected by a mask so it doesn't get scratched in the heat of battle. Dior Homme is for the man who looks in the mirror in the morning and says, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" Difficult to pull off, just like the character Vega is difficult to use in Street Fighter. However, those who know how to pull it off would find great success in its use. Dior Homme is a gorgeous killer. I would compare Dior Homme favorably to the character Vega. Okay, so Vega from Street Fighter. And the reason why I say that is because Vega is a very feminine type of man and a very out of the box type of character. And that is what this fragrance is. It is a feminine type of fragrance for a man, and it is out of the box and it is unique. It would suit the man who is very concerned with his physical attributes and his looks. If you are infatuated with the way you look, this would be perfect for you. Vega might be an obscure reference, so think of someone like Leonardo DiCaprio or Orlando Bloom. This is the type of fragrance that suits such a man. Now let's go to value analysis to find out how much value we're getting for money spent on Dior Homme. Here at the Lupe Experience, we use the value analysis technique to chart the performance of a fragrance according to three important variables: aesthetics, function, and cost. This gives us an idea of how much value we're getting for the money spent on a fragrance. Dior Homme is located on the value analysis chart in the region tilted towards the aesthetics and cost variables. This is because it scores high marks for aesthetics, coming in a beautiful and classy package and possessing a very pleasant fragrance and a highly unique scent. It also scores high marks for cost because even though it is tilted towards the expensive side, it is by no means overpriced. Where Dior Homme is lacking is in function, and it grades out at average at best across the board in terms of sillage, projection, and longevity. I would rate Dior Homme as a great buy. Okay, so the value analysis chart shows us that this is a very good buy for the money that you would spend on it. It may be leaning towards the expensive side, but you are definitely spending money on a quality product. Now, give it some ratings and categories. For projection, I would give this a 7.5. Okay, it does not project too loudly. However, it's not a skin scent. It will consistently till the very end give you about a 1 to 2 foot projection. Nothing monstrous or offensive, but definitely not in the range of a Lamal, a Amen, or a 1 million. For sillage, same thing. I'd say about a 7.5 would be a good rating. It's going to give you a pretty decent amount of sillage. For longevity, a 7.5. The average on this consistently is somewhere between 7 and 9 hours. This should last you a decent amount of time from it. For versatility, this is a 9.5. It's an all season, all function, except a very few type of fragrance. For unique, this is also a 9.5. The only reason why I wouldn't give it a 10 is because in the male side of things, it is very, very unique. However, if you put this in the female side, it will blend in perfectly. So it gets a 9.5. For the actual scent and compliments, this gets a 9.5. This is one of my more complimented fragrances. It's very, very nice. Very pleasing to me. Very pleasing to a lot of people around. Bottles that are similar to this, Versace the Dreamer. Very iris-based fragrance. If you like Versace the Dreamer, you would like this. Although they do smell differently, but thematically and in terms of the genre, they are very similar. Also, Iris de Nuit by Healy and Prelude to Love by Killian are fragrances that if you like them, you are more than likely to like Dior Homme. Now, let's go to the rating system for an overall grade for Dior Homme. Here at the Lupe Experience, we use a chart of the evolution of man and woman to give an overall rating to a fragrance. Let's find out how Dior Homme performs. Cheers to you, Dior Homme, for scoring an 8.75 out of 10. I would have rated Dior Homme a 9 and an all-time classic, if not for the fact that it lacks universal appeal and is a polarizing figure in the fragrance world. However, Dior Homme is a modern classic and is Dior's redefinition of the male fragrance.
Love is love. Yeah, yeah.